All right.
And we're live. All right. Welcome back to the Key Squad, where all things in life come together, with us wearing so many hats as women, run parallel with us getting on the mats every day, or however many times you get on the mats every week. Today's episode is about things that you should know, things we wish we knew before we got on the mats. Good, bad, and indifferent for sure. For me personally, I will start with I didn't realize how personal rolling was, which is crazy because I watched my kids do it for 2 years and I was like, wow, they're all up in each other's stuff. But it doesn't register until you're on the mats and you physically have someone all up in your stuff, which is a good and a bad thing because, you know, I mean, I'm not exactly girl touchy, you know, like, but then to be in that situation, you're like, wow, we're really doing this.
No space between us. Yeah.
We're here.
We're all in.
And so are you.
In my face.
Yeah. And then, of course, as a woman, to do that with a guy for the first time, thankfully, we have a couple of outstanding gentlemen in our establishment that are just, they didn't make it awkward and weird. They're just in it to teach you and help you and move along all the things, fears, all the things that you're doing because you're just doing a technique. Same as you just did for 6 months, 9 months with the girls, we're just doing the same thing. And for me personally, as a stronger girl, sometimes I like rolling with the guys more. I love you guys, but sometimes I can just like
I get it.
Get it a little bit more. Like I'm always feeling like I'm gonna hurt you. Like you know, Mika, you're probably like, I don't even know how I don't do weight, but like you're definitely a lot less than me. So sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna do this technique, and it's so awkward because I don't want to hurt you. But then, you know, I can roll with Nadi's husband and try to crush him, and I can't.
Please try.
Full
Please
force.
do. So yeah, the personal part of it is definitely a big deal.
But it's a very Brazilian thing because we in Brazil we are in each other's faces all the time. We don't
We know
really
about you
talk about
Brazilians.
that. You know, like it's rolling. I mean, there's no discussion in Brazil.
Right.
Also, we don't go to a jiu-jitsu gym and choose who we're gonna roll.
Right.
So they're gonna put you like whatever, and it's man and woman, and then it's just what happens, you know.
Which
and
is
it's
funny you
big
say
and
that.
small, and then you don't complain. You
Because
just do it.
Professor actually, one of the first times that I rolled with you, Professor was like, oh, she's Brazilian, you know, like, because it was an awkward position that we were in. And she was like, oh, she doesn't care. She's Brazilian. And it became light and fun and funny. And then we just moved on because it was no longer some sort of funny innuendo. But yeah, all that fear is gone for me. Definitely. I'm like, come here. let me manhandle you.
Yeah.
I think you learn how to respect also, you know,
Yeah.
each other's space, but also like the same way, men and women just equal.
And you know what it's admirable, now that we're talking about this, is like the younger teens that, you know, it's an awkward time in their life, right? Like recently we have a newer teen in ours that she, you know, she's fearless. And I take my hat off to her. I don't know if I would have been able to do that when I was figuring my own self out. You know, I'd be like, I want to do what, where, you know, like, and she just goes for it. The other thing for me that I wish I knew is that this can definitely make you or break you. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but when I started, I was very, very, very vulnerable in every way. I was crying every day of my life. I was terribly unhappy, but then still watching my children do it fearlessly. So I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And again, you know, in our last episode, we talked about the mental and physical benefits, and that kind of coincides with this because I didn't expect to grow. I expected to fail. You know, because I was in a vulnerable spot and I was like, oh, wonderful. I'm going to go roll around with these people that are going to just like throw me around and then I'm going to feel worse. And it wasn't that pleasantly. And I mean break you. When I say make you or break you, it could have broken me down, you know, even harder. Maybe I needed to fall harder. But I don't think that was possible at the time. And lastly, for me, the thing that I wish people told me is, and, you know, I was in another sport where I wore, you know, I trained horses. So, you know, I wore the pants and the chaps and, you know, take all the comments you want, boots and all the things and the helmet. But when I put a gi on, of course, I love that respect. It's a uniform. Like, I missed my mark with not going into the military because I love a uniform. But it's uncomfortable and like getting used to it.
Bulky. And
Well, and of course, when it's new, it's not broken in, and then like you have to find like
And
you're
then
doing
it
hipscapes, and you're like, my belt is around my chin, and like it's not.
I love
It's
it.
not fun, you know. Which for a while, to Professor, I was like, when are we gonna have no gi? You know, and now we have it. And I love it, but I also miss the gi.
Yeah.
Because now I understand why we have it, because we have so many more options.
Yeah, more
Things
handles.
to
It's
grab
nice.
onto.
I'm still not great at tying my belt though.
It's fine. I'll
okay.
tie it for you.
Same. We got you. We got you.
You'll get better
It's
when
on
you
there.
when your daughter starts coming
Yeah,
more, and then
it's
you have to
true.
do it for her. I
She
swear
asked
that's
me the other, and I was like, "Hey, hey, can someone? I need some help tying her belt.
I can tie mine, but I cannot tie anyone else.
It's hard to
No.
tie other
so
people's
funny.
belts. I'm just
I
getting the
don't
hang of
know.
mine."
I tied
don't
so many
tie
kids'
anyone.
belts.
I
That was
don't
like my
tie
only
Kai.
job for a while. You know,
Yes.
just tying kids' belts.
Yeah.
Nathy is like
me too.
the belt master
Yeah,
too.
just-
You two
just
are
go.
both. Yes,
it.
and having to do it quickly too because you're
Oh
like,
yeah,
my belt,
Get
my
back
belt,
and
my
fixing the
belt.
hair and all the things, and wiping the tears and pep
Yeah.
talk and all those things. So yeah, that was it for me. I wish. I'm sure there was something else with those three, especially the gi. I think for me, I was like awkward and it's weird, and now I'm just like whatever. It's hanging out, and I
Yeah.
don't care, and let's just go. And
Yeah.
I think one of the ones that I thought about for this topic specifically was that first roll, it's going to be awkward. Like no one tells
Yeah.
you that though. They're like, oh, you got this, blah, blah, but it's going to be weird. I don't think I've met a single person who was like, my first roll was incredible. Like, no. I remember I laid in a fetal position, I think, for like the first 5 minutes, for probably the entire roll.
Don't hit me.
You know, yeah. And I was like, what do I do? You know, so like, I don't think anyone's first roll is great. So just have that in your mind. Like first roll, just get it over with. Like it's fine and it's fun, you know, and you get hooked anyway. So that first roll is going to be weird. So just go for it.
I
you know?
think
so
it's
right.
like you're a lot in the survival mode.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever.
Stay.
Let's try
Live.
to survive and don't.
yeah,
you know.
I didn't know how to do anything. I
Don't
just
get
lashed
hurt
my
or
legs.
whatever.
That was
Yeah.
it. I had my legs,
Yeah.
and you're always like, "Oh, these legs, Amanda!" I'm like, I
I don't remember mine. Like I remember like the positives of it.
You blacked out. Like it's just
Yeah,
like
I was
mentally.
just like, oh my gosh, this is so much. Like my brain's breaking. But I do remember feeling a little weird. I remember like maybe this is like wrestling like when I was a kid, like with my brother and like my boy cousins, because that's all I had was like boy cousins. So, and the kids in my
why you're so
neighborhood.
good.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like rolling with everybody all the time, but it was really just like play wrestling for a majority of my life until I was a teenager. And I think that's kind of what it felt like, but in a more like where I'm actually learning something, you know?
Yeah. Another one I thought about for jiu-jitsu, no one tells you, but you show up and you have to do all these exercises, and they always talk about how shrimping is so hard. And it is so hard. It's hard to teach it to kids, to adults. It's hard to
Yeah.
explain it. Like, it just
Shrimp
doesn't.
and
Yeah, but you do a
Yeah.
very good
It's
job
like,
of
what?
teaching that. And I will tell you, I couldn't do it until defense class. And you were explaining it to what I looked like the new people that don't do jujitsu. They just do the self-defense. And I was like, oh, finally.
It's hard. It's so hard.
Yes.
But it is one of those things that's going to save you. It is like
Yeah.
it saves you in rolls. It saves you in self-defense. So it is the hardest thing. So that when you go to jiu-jitsu for the first time and you have to do a shrimp or hip escape, don't worry. Everybody looks
We
like
all
a
look
flopping
funny.
fish. You know,
Yeah.
like
We're like
turning in the same direction. Everyone
Yeah.
looks like that, but it's going to save you. So keep that in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good one.
I'm just now getting it.
I know it's tough. So yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to do this in the warm up. Oh,
and it's here. It's happening.
That's
Yeah.
why. There's a lot of that.
There's
yeah.
a lot of that.
Yes.
Yeah. It's great.
Almost every movement.
Yeah.
Almost
In our
every
warm up.
Except for jumping jacks.
It's
It's
a
a
good
little weird.
warm-up.
But you know,
Yeah.
everything else makes sense.
Yeah.
I have feel here. You'll be sore a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Places you don't
sometimes
know.
more your arms, sometimes more your legs, depending
yeah.
you run. But your abs,
Yeah.
they look amazing.
Popping.
Keep going, keep coming, keep training. Your abs gonna look really nice.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
And it is addictive. You will want to go more and more, and then end up going every day. And then the days that you say I cannot go, I need to do things at the house, or I don't know, I need to
feel
rest,
bad.
and you're still going because
You're-
you know it's mental. It's good. You're
Yeah.
gonna work out. So
or you're at home doing laundry, watching YouTube videos on,
That's what I do.
on techniques.
How'd you know? Are you
That
at my
professor
house
doesn't
and
want-
you watching me through the window?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
You make
100%.
good friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, even though you didn't have applications out for them, yes. Absolutely.
It's another one.
Gi laundry become a lifestyle. So you're gonna wash
lot of
laundry.
Yeah.
A lot of laundry, but
Yeah, they get their own wash.
They do.
Yeah. That's nice.
I have separate baskets now.
Yeah. So
Pretty
Oh,
excited
really?
about that. I
we
do.
have a jiu-jitsu
I
basket
do
too.
because
So fancy.
I mean, my boyfriend, he's like a big guy, you know. He sweats a lot. Okay, so we just got to separate them out now because his sweat's way different than my sweat. That's all I'm gonna say. So
That's funny.
That's what it is. I found that I didn't really understand the level of the belts and the ranking, and I didn't think that it would hold so much, like not just so much value and respect for each individual one. And like Mika was saying, I think before too, it might have been in one of our earlier podcasts about it, you know, reflecting on where you're at in life, you know, which I think that's really cool and definitely accurate. White belts, you really need to be careful of when you either, you know, you are one or you're not and you're a higher belt. Like being a blue belt now, I think I've really kind of understand it. White belts are they can be very spastic, you know, when they're learning these movements, when they don't know really when to have the correct timing for that burst of energy, or, you know, just like the constant, like, the ones that just like want to like hold on to you for dear life and use all of their strength and not let go.
It's like a form of anxiety.
It is. It's kind of like
You don't know what to do, so you're trying to disconnect and push and get out.
and you can't.
all the things.
You can't. Professor said something though that really it continues to stick with me, and I continue to tell other people when I roll with them, especially like the smaller or anybody that I think I might know a little bit more than, who's a lower belt, you know, because I don't. I'm still blue. I'm learning so much and will continue to, but you have to act like you're like water, you know, like you have to move and go with the flow. And then that way, you know, if you don't, you're never going to be able to use your opponent's momentum against them, right? I mean, because it's like a push and a pull of energy of like, not
Balance.
just physical. Yeah, balance, all of it. A lot of it comes into play. So I didn't realize that for white belts. So, and I'm a blue, and I always thought it was a weird mentality to have, I think, but no, it kind of makes sense. I thought if I was a white belt, I should just only roll with white belts because I thought maybe, you know, they're the same level as me. Like I'll stay safe here. Like, you know, they don't know any more than I do. Maybe they know a little bit, but it'll be fine. I'll be more safe. No, not at all. You need to roll with higher belts, especially like graduating to a blue. I like to roll with higher belts because I feel actually more protected now because I know more of the technique. They know more of the different, you know, the pressure points in the body, the break points around your neck, you know, how to protect your legs, your knees, you know, all of the things that we might worry about, you know, especially for starting and especially as women and females and moms, you know. So that was a big thing for me. And also it was very humbling. And I didn't realize how much you'll find the people or sometimes experience certain egos, and then you may have an ego, or, you know, someone at some point in time is going to get humbled. Mm-hmm. Whether it's you, whether it's them, whether it's both, at some point in your jiu-jitsu journey, I don't care who you are, you will be humbled because there's always going to be someone who's going to have, you know, is going to be more advanced than you, is going to have more, you know, their technique may be more on point, whatever it may be.
It could be even the same day too. Like you could have like the best day in jiu-jitsu and then you get humbled in the very same day. Yeah.
And you're like, man, I was doing really good and I just got
Definitely had those days.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you can be also very good on your gym and go to the other ones and
you
get destroyed.
And
it's just the way it is. That's why it's nice. The beauty.
It's nice to look back on your own self too. Like
your journey.
I was crazy as a white belt, and it wasn't. I've only been in this for like a year, a little over a year. But like, I look back and honestly, why did they keep me on the mat? Like, why did Professor keep me on the mat? I laughed at everything. I was like,
it's great.
It was like this anxiety. Like I didn't know what to do with the energy, and I spazzed.
I think it's super important to note though, like it's a phase, but you have to go through it.
Yeah, you do.
You have to. You can't. Like if you stop yourself and like, I'm not going to be spazzy, I'm just going to sit here. You're not going to progress.
I tried that too.
I know AK tried that too. Like,
I did.
you know, you have to. You have to go for it. And then it's like, you got to get it past it. It's like
Yeah.
growing up, right? Like you go through the awkward teen stage, you go through all the stages, and then you become this awesome 30, 40-year-old woman, you know, because you went through all that.
Yeah.
So like you got to go through the phases. So like we're all going to have our phases throughout, and we all had to go through that really early spastic white phase, like white belt phase, you know, like it's important.
But also, like, you know, sometimes you see the guys and they look because they have more strength than us, and it was like, oh, they're rolling, but everybody's awkward anyway, you know.
Yeah.
The guys
Yeah.
are also, even like
They
you
are.
see some guys are big and things like that, and then you see, oh, they rolling way better than us. No, they like use a lot more strength. It's
Yes.
awkward, exactly like us.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's just another level.
They can just bench press a lot
Exactly.
more. You know?
Yeah.
You
You
know?
just like,
So push
Throw
them
it
off.
here.
You know?
Yeah.
So we have to like rely on that defense, you know, a lot and
A
the
lot.
technique.
That's all I do.
do.
And
I
remember
just try
too, you
defense.
know, like since we were all the white belts and we're all at the end of the line, you know, even the guys that, you know, let's face it, they can be just as insecure as women, if not more.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That I see, you know, professor, oh, welcome our new guy, this and this, and you look over and he looks like he's like,
Yeah,
stop
terrified.
looking.
yeah, everybody's
at me.
like leaning down the line, clapping, and he's just like,
and you're like, you just want to hug him. We're like,
like, I
we're
wanna
gonna
hug.
hug you and choke you at the same time.
Yeah,
please roll
I'm
with
like,
such and such
first
at
roll.
the end. Initiation.
target.
And then they're like,
yeah, poor guys. Yeah.
Natalie starts doing
I
that.
start just wait, my turn.
he's like,
Yeah. Hi.
Let's send Natalie. Natalie can go for the first
"Sweet,
row,
that's
whatever.
so nice. So
Yeah.
So anyone else?
Anything else we got for things you should know about?
I mean, I didn't know.
You're gonna learn new things too.
Yeah.
Like
the community.
Just go for it. It's awesome.
You know, the friendships and stuff. I know we touched
Yeah.
on that before, but I really didn't think that it would be so like tight knit. Like, I didn't go to the gym and I'm like, hey,
You make friends, you do.
do you want to do something like later? You
Yeah.
want to go to
Yeah.
the beach or something, or like, you know, you want to start a podcast? They'd
Yeah.
probably look at me and be like,
Right?
can you get away from me? I'm just trying to work out, man.
someone
my
stalking me
time.
at the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, jiu-jitsu's not like that at all.
It is.
At all.
Even like rolling, we're like in the middle of a roll, we're like chatting sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
happens too. So you don't expect that.
No.
But you'll have a conversation sometimes in the
Yeah.
middle of it. Or singing. I'll sing
All
some-
the time.
Sometimes I am too.
You know?
I'm like, I'm paying attention. I'm just, you know, it's a little ADD, but I love this song.
Comments in our
And then
rolls.
I'm getting choked.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, look then. Oh, look then. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for today. Before we go, I will leave you with one of Carlos Gray's senior quote. There is no losing in jiu-jitsu. You either win or you learn.
I love that.
I love that.
Yeah. Learn
That's
a lot.
very true.
Actually.
Yes. Yeah. A whole lot. There's a lot up in there now.
Look us up on YouTube and Instagram. We're a Gi Squad podcast. If you want to be a guest speaker, be a part of this, hit us up, make comments, any of that stuff. Look us up. Thank you.
Bye.